Sometimes when I'm up and I get knocked back down, I gotta search for my feelings just like a pat down. And when I hear you ain't loyal, I don't like that sound. And you done burnt all them bridges, don't you come back round. Sometimes when I'm up and I get knocked back down, I gotta search. It's your boy Noto, back in these YouTube streets because your boy won't miss a beat. And in today's video, we're going to discuss the downsides to having a fit body. Now, I'm going to tell you guys right now, in and of itself, having a fit body for yourself is not really downsides to you, really necessarily. It's really more so of the environment and how people, perceive it and treat you and stuff like that. And you're going to see what I'm talking about. So the first one is going to be the fact that everything that you wear that accentuates your physique is considered like showing off. And people just automatically think that you're showing off just because you're wearing something that really just shows your physique, or just even anything that just fits you right. Like regular fitting clothes look like muscle shirts to you, on you. Like me, I can wear a regular G-Man shirt, and I've had guys literally say, "Hey, bro, you got on a muscle shirt today." Like, no, the muscles don't come with the shirt. You see what I'm saying? And like, you gotta understand, like, when you get in this type of shape, your physique becomes your outfit. I'm just gonna tell you right now, you're basically the mannequin, and everything you put on it is gonna look like, much better, like 10 times better. So I've had people ask me where I get my shirts from, or where I get this from, where you get that from, bro, where you get that from, bro. And I'm looking at their build, and I'm like, and this is like, no offense, it's not really trying to put anybody down, but it's just not gonna look the same on you, man. It's not gonna look the same on you. So you're gonna have people that's gonna say that you're trying to be like a musclehead, or bro, why you always wearing shirts that tight, and they try to make little jokes and stuff like that. It's not necessarily a downside to you in and of itself, because you look good, but people try to poke fun at you or try to say little stuff and try to make it seem like everything that you wear, everything that you do is offensive because of your shape and how you look with it. Because if anybody else, just think about it, if anybody else was to wear the same stuff that you wore, the same thing he wore, like another guy could wear the same jacket I'm wearing right now. You could literally go on Amazon and get the same jacket I'm wearing right now, compression jacket right now, if you want to know what this is. They won't look the same. You see what I'm saying? So they'll be like, "Oh, bro, you're just trying to show out just because it's fitting my body." It's not even that all that tight. It just fits my body. You see what I'm saying? They can wear the same thing, but guess what? They're not going to look the same, and they know it. They know it. To be honest with you, let's get down to it. They wish they could wear the stuff that you wear. They wish that you could wear it. They can wear the same compression shirts. They can wear the same tank tops. They can wear the same stringers, but they won't look the same as you because they haven't put in the work and built a physique. It's just keep it a buck. They will not look the same as you. So they have to project, they have to make jokes about your stuff. "Oh, your stuff is getting tight, bro. You ain't gonna be able to breathe," and all that other stuff. And you're doing just fine. You're doing just fine. Well, you just try to show off your muscles, man. Look at it. We get on out of here with all that, man. Bro, like, literally, they would just think that everything you wear, everything is always going to be a problem, bro. To the ones that's always like, especially if you're in these environments where a lot of people just not in shape, or especially if you at work. Because I used to wear like shirts that fit my body at work, and bro, like, they was always saying, "Bro, you always wearing muscle shirts. You always wearing these are not muscle shirts." It was literally just regular Walmart shirts, like the regular, just regular Walmart brand. I just wore the ones that just fit my body. That's it. And they always said that I'm wearing muscle shirts, and that's a downside just because it just gets aggravating having to deal with it, and people always do it, and you start just knowing like, okay, yeah, here we go again. It's that type of, it ain't that type of downside. Oh, it's just detrimental to everything in life. It ain't like that. It's just a little aggravating. I'm like a fly to just be flying around. You're like, just get there. It ain't detrimental, but it's just like it's aggravating, That's why it's a downside. So when you have a fit body and you're wearing stuff that accentuates your physique, understand that shit is coming. It's coming. Some way, some jokes, some form. Some people are going to try to say something about what you're wearing, whether it be good or bad, But in a lot of these cases, these little jokes come in the form of, like, they come in joking ways, but they really be trying to, like, get at you. They're trying to project onto you. They're trying to make you feel a little lesser than yourself. They're trying to make you feel bad for wearing something that actually looks good on you. That's really what it comes down to. Because they don't look worth a damn in anything that they put on. Just keep it in the book. And now that they see you, your physique is pretty much undeniable in any cloth that you put on. Even to the point where cloth that fits loosely on you, and you built a standout physique like this, it's still gonna hug the top. Because I've worn like extra large shirts and they still hug the top. I remember this chick said that she saw my back. She's like, I'm working out, but I'm wearing an extra large shirt. This was one day I was really just not even trying to wear nothing that actually like fitted my body type deal. It was nothing like nowhere near as like hugging as this that I'm wearing right now. And she still saw the frame, so you can't really hide this shit. You can't hide it. You can't hide it. So yeah, that's one of the downsides right there. Having a fit body, I'm telling you now, it gets aggravating over time, but like it's because you already know. It's just like, damn. Here we go. The next one is going to be that people always want to talk to you about fitness. Now, even though like this can be considered a compliment to most, and you can consider this a compliment because people come and ask you for help, but when it happens all the time and you just be wanting to have like regular conversations, it can get pretty daunting on your like mental for a little bit. You be like, damn, like, and it's not like catastrophic levels of stress or nothing. Like, it just kind of gets kind of aggravating. But like, damn, I want to talk about something else. Like, it's like they associate everything you do with your physique, and they try to link you into saying that almost like being fit is your personality or something like that. Is your whole identity. It's like much more to me than just the muscles. It's much more to me than just the physique. But your outward manifestations, your outward presentation is speaking so much that they just can't deny it. That's why we say that having a fit body is undeniable, because people just can't help but to talk about it in one way, shape, or form. They have to react to a certain way, shape, or form. So the fact that they always want to talk to you about fitness is like, okay, cool. Like, if you're like very passionate about it, then yeah, it's cool. But even then, because I'm pretty passionate about talking about it. But sometimes I just be getting like tired of it. I be like, bro, like, especially if you come across people frequently, especially at work, and they feel like they got to report to you about their fitness status. Like, bro, I'm trying to do this. I'm getting on this. I wish I could do it like this. And then the thing is with that, when they keep trying to report to you and you just keep on showing up, you locked in, but you keep showing up, right? And when they slip off, they start, they was important. They were so enthusiastic at first, but now they want to start avoiding you. You have some funny people that do that. They start avoiding you when they start slipping up on their diet. They figure out how, like, it's not easy. It's a mental thing. You got to keep it going day after day after day. But you still showing up looking better and better, still looking good, still looking jacked, and all that. I had people like literally avoid me. The ones that used to come up to me, but like, oh, talking about fitness and all that. They'd be so, flamboyant. They'd be so enthusiastic about it. And now when they feel like they slipping up, and now that I ain't worried about all that, so they just start avoiding you. I had people that literally do that. I'm like, but at the same time, that's not my whole identity. They automatically seem like you're going to judge them just because they fell off and stuff like that, even though you probably had so many stumbles and stuff on your road to where you got me. I have a hell of a lot of ups and downs coming up to where I am now. So they just going to automatically assume that you're going to judge them, even though they come to you talking about fitness all the time. So it's like a lot of people kind of feel like they failed you, or they feel like they don't. They feel like they feel lesser than, so they don't want to come and talk about it no more. So when they associate you with that, they almost look at you as the coach that's gonna get mad at them for not showing up to practice or something. It really, I'm serious. It seemed crazy. It seemed kind of funny, but you gotta understand, like, people kind of look at you as like the standard. They kind of look up to you as like a leadership figure role when they come, because I'm telling you guys that know that what I'm talking about. The ones that you got to stand out with Z, and you have those people that literally come report to you almost like you're the principal about their fitness goals. You always gonna have a group of people that do that. And even people that you just meet want to come talk to you about fitness, even if you're just trying to have a normal conversation, it's just gonna come up. It's gonna come up. So you just have to be ready for that. They come with the territory, but you have those type that that you see frequently, probably gonna be like guys at work, or if you go to a certain social function or something like that, where it's like you frequently see like same people. Some people do probably come in too, but it's like a frequent, interactions between people, mostly at work, school, something like that. And yeah, you're gonna have those funny things because they come across and they seeing you every day. But at the same time, your presentation is hitting every day. They see your consistency every day. So every day is a reminder of what they're trying to do, and if they give up on it, now they feel like, oh yeah, they want to. So that's another thing. It's a downside. They try to make it your identity, and they automatically assume that you're going to judge them just because you're in this type of shape, and that you're just going to look at them as, oh, they're lesser than, I don't want to talk to him, or nothing like that. When you ain't even just start judging them in the first place, you just really just trying to have a normal interaction with the person and just talk about other stuff other than fitness. But they be the ones that started shit. You don't come up to them being like, oh yeah, man, you trying to work out? Like, I'm trying to be a personal trainer that's trying to recruit, trying to get some clients or something. You don't even come up to them talking about no fitness stuff. They come to you talking about it. But then when they feel some type of way, they want to act some type of way. So it be like that. I've literally had that happen so many times. So, and then on the flip side, it's just sometimes it's just like, you just don't be feeling like talking about having full blown conversations about fitness everywhere you go. Now, it's nothing wrong with it. It's definitely like a good compliment. But as far as like socially, it can get aggravating. I'm just gonna keep it a buck. It really can get aggravating. You just don't want to talk about it. And they want to keep going on and on about, why should I do this? Why should I do this? And then when you give them the simple answer of, I'm just consistent with my diet, consistently going to the gym, that ain't what they want to hear. They want to hear some magical pill. They want to hear some this, especially me, knowing that I've lost over 100 pounds, over 120 pounds. But they just like, they want to hear some magic pill. They'll be like, oh, how you did this? And then when they hear how the simplicity of your regimen, they just want to like, it's almost like they're disappointed. But that's really what it is. This requires effort. So when they notice that they have to put in effort, now it's like, they feel cheated. They feel like, oh, I don't, they act some type of way after they didn't talk to you, and they feel like they trying to get some jewels from you. But the stuff that people talk about over and over again, consistency, doing, that's really what it is. But they want to hear something else. And when they don't hear it, they feel this some type of. So it's a lot of these interactions can go so many certain types of ways, especially with people they reporting to you about their fitness stuff. They want to talk about fitness. Oh, I'm trying to get into it, even though they ain't finna do it because they ain't got the discipline or consistent long enough to even let something work. So you got to deal with those people. People, oh, I want to work out with you, but they don't really be meaning it. They just have a little spike of motivation, go to gym for 2 weeks and then stop. They fall off. It's a lot of those people that you got to deal with. So you just gotta, like, when you start hearing them talk, you'll loop them into all the people that you end up coming across. There's certain different types of people that come to you talking. They like, trust me, you know what I'm talking about. You understand opposite, and you'll know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. The third one is they like, people try to put manual labor on you because you have muscle. You know what I'm saying? They automatically assume that you have like high physical capabilities, and they associate that with competence when it comes to physical like capabilities when it comes to lifting heavy objects like manual labor. This happens probably a lot at work, probably school, like family want to ask you to move stuff. Like, just because I can lift heavy at the gym, just because I look like this and I got big muscles and stuff like that, doesn't mean that I always want the heavy manual labor tasks. Because a lot of these tasks include lifting stuff with no form. You can't have any form lifting this stuff. Like, you don't have any handles to grab them, especially like boxes and stuff. It's slipping. You can barely like pick it up right because you slipping. You trying to catch it. That can hurt your back. You see what I'm saying? But they're like, oh, you so strong. You can't lift that, man. Look at your big muscles. And it's like that. So it's almost like a humiliation ritual for somebody with a fit body, because they feel like, oh, they can use you because you got muscles. And even if you can pick it up, it's not really convenient for you. Now, I don't want to sit out here and be like, I can show off and lift this up, or I'm strong and all this other stuff. Now, if you can lift it and it's cool, whatever, but like just being the one that they always try to call on for it, that's aggravating. It's aggravating. It's not convenient for you, especially lifting furniture. It's not convenient for you at all. Like it's just aggravating. No grip, slipping all the time, and it's just not beneficial to you at all. But then people will try to egg it on and be like, "Oh, bro, man, you got all these muscles." They'll try to butter you up to help them out because they believe. A lot of guys like to hear that. Yeah, you look buff and all that other stuff. They like the feeling of people coming to them for help because of their muscles. But I don't like that shit. You know what I mean? And it can get aggravating if it's done over and over and over again. They try to make it seem like, oh yeah, like they giving you compliments, bro. Yeah, you do it, you can do it, and all that, just so they don't have to do it. It happens a lot at work. Happens a lot, probably like at school or something. People just want you to move for their own convenience. But if, like, say for instance, you can't lift something or you don't want to lift it because of it's bad for your form, or they'll be like that. They'll try to automatically associate, like, oh, your muscles are for nothing. Oh, you're not strong. You're not this a lot. I thought you were strong. You go to the gym, you know. So then you get insults for doing something that's going to literally inconvenience you and possibly cause you injury because of the lack of form that you have lifting these said objects. And they want to try to ridicule you for not being able to lift it the way that you would be able to lift weights in the gym. You could lift the same weights in the gym, probably shift it, throw it, and all that, but it's because it has grip. Like lifting these types of objects and lifting weights in the gym was two totally different things, which they don't understand because they don't go to the gym. Most of the people that have the most to say about it. You see what I mean? So they're gonna be the ones that's saying the most. You're gonna have your girls say stuff. You're gonna have mostly gonna be the hating ass guys that be saying that. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's usually like that. They want to use it to their benefit. So that's a very aggravating thing. They just want to use your muscle to they assume that just because you have muscles that you could just move these heavy objects, and they try to put the heavy manual labor on you. Definitely a downside of having a fit body, because you're always the one they want to call for that. You're the fit body superhero. Come in. It's basically just okay, come and hit this manual labor. You got the muscles. Yeah. I do not want to be that guy. The last one, but totally not least, because I'm not trying to make this any too much longer than the video has already been. But it's that people feel threatened by you. I'm gonna be honest with you. They feel threatened by you, and they go about it in several different ways. They feel threatened by you because you have the muscle, and they automatically assume that you're going to try to debold them or something like that. They, like a lot of guys, especially, they'll feel like they have to be on their P's and Q's around you. They'll act a certain type of way of like, oh man, you got the muscles, man. I ain't trying to mess with you. Alluding to the fact that you're just gonna just go around bullying people just because you have big muscles. So they automatically assume that, you're just gonna whoop their ass if they just cross you or any type of way. That is pretty a good like way of preventing things from happening. But I'm not gonna say it's just bad. Not necessarily a downside in that manner. It's just that people always bringing it up and just start saying stuff and how people go about it. They'll be like, "Oh yeah, you got all this, but it won't stop no gun and nothing like that." Or they always start saying stuff like that. You just chilling, you just got the muscle, you're not even going around trying to flaunt it or nothing like that. But they automatically say that because your presence is threatening to them, because it takes hard work. You have to force yourself to be this way. You look like an actual man, like a strong man, especially back in the day. Like people associate having physical, like the strong physical appearance, which is like overwhelming competence in a whole bunch of areas of your life. So they'll, especially physically speaking, they're gonna assume that you can just whoop their ass. They assume that like you can just throw people around and all kind of stuff. So that's why club bouncers hire very strong looking men, because you don't want to try nothing, because they're gonna throw your ass out the club, or you ain't trying to go there with them. So like I say, it is good to look threatening and imposing as a man, but just having people constantly come around and be like, oh, they threaten, even if you're trying to be friendly, some people will feel threatened by you just by having muscles out of nowhere. So you gotta kind of make them feel comfortable socially with your personality, and you gotta do a lot of damage control before you even open your mouth, because your presentation speaks before you open your mouth. But other people, just because it speaks, it doesn't mean that everybody perceives it the same. So some people that are threatened, you find yourself trying to make them feel less threatened without really even trying. But you can tell, like, some people you kind of gotta like talk down and bro down with them, especially like you at work and they just kind of being timid around you. You have guys being timid and like even in your just everyday life having being timid around you, be like, bro, it's good. I ain't on all that. I ain't trying to be like, oh, I'll knock your ass out or nothing like that. I ain't on that, you know. So a lot of that, you just got to kind of make people feel comfortable around you to a certain. You're not comfortable enough to disrespect you, but it's comfortable enough to be like, okay, I ain't on that. I ain't trying to be whatever. I'm still a regular guy, but you still, still ain't finna cross me or nothing like that. You know, respect is due to those who give respect. You know, I give respect. I expect to receive it back in return. But you find yourself having to try to dumb yourself down a little bit, just to make other people feel comfortable. And those types of environments. Some guys, they take it as like, oh, they want to be a try hard and try to come around and they feel like they already got something to prove. Especially guys in the gym sometimes. They try to come over and outlift you and all this other stuff because they're threatened by you. You could be that guy in the gym, you just standing out with your physique, but they feel like they can come out, okay, I'm an outperformer since, I'm not hitting on the same physical presentation he's hitting on, but I can come over there and live harder than him. I can do that. Bro, I've had that happen so many times. It's because they're threatened by you. They want to come by and try to near miss you, try to, assume to be more tougher than you because they feel like they're threatened by your presence, so they feel like they have to prove themselves. That's another thing. That's aggravating. It's aggravating. You know what I mean? So you have those unnecessary challenges for men that aren't nowhere near your physique level, nowhere near putting the work in for you, but they feel like they want to be Billy Badass and try to walk around like they can whoop your ass, or they try to stare at you or something like that. So it comes in those forms, and it's kind of aggravating. And there's a lot of women that'll be intimidated by you as well, by thinking that you're probably a player or something like that because of how your body looks, and that can be a big thing. Sometimes they can be threatened by the fact that they feel like the gym is your whole life, so they feel like that just because you look this way that they have to hold up to a certain standard, which is true, but to a certain degree, you not that woman might just be your type. That's the downside, is she might be your type, but she's dismissing herself because of your physical presentation. So she feels like she's probably not good enough to be in your life and be a part of it, because she feel like she's gonna have to be working out just as much as you, and all. It's like you're just gonna have to expect her to do all this other stuff. Now, to some guys it is like that, but to a lot of guys, you be like, damn, she don't even look that bad, because a lot of women say that they don't look good, but they be some of the best looking chicks. They insecure as hell, so they feel like they have to do so much just to be around you, just because you have a fit body. So people automatically hold you to a higher standard when you have a fit body. So that can be threatening to a lot of people, threatening to a society that's being on the road to even more obesity, 70%, crazy in America. So you're becoming even more and more rare. Like I tell you guys all the time, you got a muscular build and you've built muscle and you've gotten the lock in, you got the mindset and all that consistency, you're years ahead of people, years ahead of them. And I will forever say that, because you are. It took me years to figure out this plan and actually sift through all the BS and actually learn how to really build muscle. Took years to build the muscle, took years to get the mindset, took years to, So for people that ain't even trying, you're probably a decade ahead of them. Because then when they finally snap to the part, I want to start working out, they're going to start getting the motivation and falling off and all that. So they'll be threatened by you because they've tried so many times to achieve what they're seeing before them. What they want your physique. They want to be you, but they don't want to put in the work to be you. So it's so much frustration inside a lot of these guys. Even women, they'll be like, damn, you know what I'm saying? But they done gave up on themselves so many times that they just can't accept the fact that you kept your promises to yourself. So that's threatening to them. So they're going to try to treat you a certain type of way because of that. But anyway, it's your boy Noto, back in these YouTube streets because your boy wants to be. And remember, guys, anybody can improve themselves if they're willing to work at it. I'm out. They be like, oh, so you rapping now? I line them up with the bars and I punch them like Pacquiao. Look at the L's and I'm passing out. I ain't the best, but I'm on my way up there without a doubt. I was pathetic and hella broke.